It's been a month, 4 weeks, that I had a day with Cedric, who was, for a period of time, my absolute best friend. We spent so much time together, almost every single day. We worked in the same place, and I lived in a shared living. So I lived with like 10 strangers, but he had his own flat. So Saturday, Sunday, I was visiting him and we were watching movies and doing other fun activities. Then we drifted apart. Then after a few years, we met again, and now he moved to another country. And you know, when you move to another country, it's very important to bring lots of money with you. That's why it meant a lot to me that he came to London for a day to spend the day with me and say goodbye to me, goodbye for a time being anyway, goodbye to me. Because obviously it costs money to come to London. If you don't know, if you've never been to England, if you've never been to Europe, the travel inside the country is like super expensive. And then we went out and we had absolutely wonderful time. And I thought that, I'm not a child anymore, not a teenager. I thought that over time it gets easier, so much easier to basically lose a friend. But it's not. Let me tell you this, it's not. And in my case, for me, it doesn't really matter what is the reason behind it. You can lose a friend because that friend moving to another country to build another career, have a better lifestyle. Or when I was a kid, when I was in school, my classmate, the whole family moved to Scandinavia. Or another friend got accepted in a Catholic school, in a very good one. So he left the school and I never seen him again. And as a goodbye, he gave me this classmate, yeah, not Cedric. This classmate gave me all his comic book collection because he said it's probably they're not gonna like it in a Catholic school. I said, thank you. But it's still a horrible feeling. Having a good friend is such an important thing because it's not something you can order from Amazon or something like that. It's not gonna, you cannot buy it for money. You cannot get it from one day to the next. It builds over time, years and years and years. And as you get older, it's harder it's harder and harder to get friends. Mostly importantly, because as the time goes on, you have more and more responsibility at work and at home, so you get less and less free time. And of course, we need to talk about the internet because it's very important, especially for me because I spend so much time on the internet. Except, of course, when I move house and I need to wait 2-3 weeks to set it up in the new place, then I have the pleasure to experience digital detox. And I'm also very interested in letters. I have books, I have collections of letters, and obviously these are, yeah, I know, these are private letters. And I had videos on my YouTube channel where I read Van Gogh's letter when he was staying in London, staying in this city. And not just the painter Van Gogh, so many other people's private letters, for some reason, got public domain, got published, and I have them. But obviously, I feel very bad about it as well, because these are private communications, but I absolutely love them. And that's why whenever I talk to, send message, email, or Facebook Messenger, or whatever social media we're using for communication, I always go the extra mile to take care of them while they away. And most of the time, it's basically forever. It's extremely difficult to keep in touch. Even though we have the internet, it's very difficult because you don't have shared experiences. And when they move to a different country, there is, what you can talk about, it's like it goes to almost zero. I can't even complain about the cost of living in London, how everything, the food, how how everything is getting more and more expensive to go out, to go to cinema, to just enjoy a life, because they now in a different country where everything is so much cheaper, so they don't feel the same pain. They got annoyed by different things, and they got excited about different things as well. But obviously this is life, and I need to support them. I need to feel happy that they moving on, they progress in life. Oh my god, this is so bad feeling. It's actually a horrible feeling. They leave such an emptiness. So yeah, this is my experience to share with you. Probably you are younger, that it's not gonna be better over time when you lose a friend, when the friend moving on, and they're not gonna have time to meet with you again. It felt the same when I was 10 years old. It felt the same when I was 20. It feels the same right now. That's one thing I wanted to share. The second thing that makes it easier, if you have a living party like we had with Cedric a month ago. So people, when you are about to make a move to a different country, leave your friends, you better have a living party instead of a Facebook post or something. So with Cedric, we've been friends for over 15 years, very, very long time. And in halftime, there was, we drifted it up apart, so there were like a couple of years we haven't met. Then we did again, and we went to a place called Flatiron to have a steak. And for his living party, I said, let's go to the Flatiron again, because we were at the Flatiron restaurant, steak restaurant, for basically the second beginning, the reboot, and we're gonna be the Flatiron steak restaurant for the end, for this chapter. And I'm so glad that we could do it. Very important to talk about this sort of subjects, because many people under 25, 30, they have all sorts of mental health issues. For example, in Hungary, 75% of them mental health issues. We have a number, 75%, which is an absolutely huge number. And let me tell you this: keeping these small traditions, like having a living party with your friend who's moving to another country, this makes it so much easier. Think about this.